Welcome to another video, guys. The new Edwards path just started and it does have quite a few spicy rewards, so in this video I'm gonna break down every single scenario that might matter for you in terms of how much sacred shards that's gonna cost you and how you should be doing it in the most efficient way. So I hope you find the video helpful, and if you do, a like and subscribe would be great. And don't forget you can check me out live on stream each Tuesday and Thursday where I do free account takeovers for you guys so you can enjoy the game even more. If you want to support the channel for free, you can download Raid from my premium download link right now, and we are in the middle of a huge tournament for $22,000 cash reward, which we are also gonna share about $6,000, maybe even more dollars with the community. So if you guys want to help us out win this thing and actually get paid for that, well, drop by the Raid Clash of Creators website and support Team 4 with me, Chris05, and Crisis. And you're also gonna start with Fallen Foulbeard. You get to pick Pelops as your free champ, and you're also gonna get Ezio in 1 week, so it's an amazing start. So what are you waiting for? Start a new account, join me, and start clapping, because our fate really does lie in your hands, guys. It's really gonna come down to the communities, so if you guys want to support, that would be absolutely amazing. But now, let's get into the guide. Okay, so here's what the Heroes Path event looks like, and the cool thing about this one is we're gonna have champion training as well as summon champions from shards. And the champion training is really the big selling point here. Like, with the champion training, this is super easy for you guys to get yourself a ton of extra points if you're following the easy tricks you could be using to feed a little bit of levels into your food, and only then use them to rank up other champions. So even though it does look like it's gonna cost a lot of sacred shards this one, you get to do a big chunk of it for free with champion training if you're smart about it, if you have been preparing, and honestly you always should be. This should be a walk in the park for a lot of you to actually walk out with some pretty good amazing prizes. But now let's dive into what those paths should be looking like for you. As you guys see, it's not a very complicated path, even though it does have keys. You do start with one key, so technically speaking you don't need to be unlocking any of the keys at the bottom in order to grab yourself straight out Ezio, or straight out his soul, or straight out all of the points. But if you want more than just Edward, more than just his soul, more than just all the souls, well, you're gonna have to dive deep and grab at least one or even two keys if you want to get everything done. I've broken down this into several scenarios that might matter for you. Here is my beautiful Canva thingy, and from here we are gonna get to see how much you're gonna have to get for different things, starting off with what you need to be doing in order to get yourself all of the points needed for the Titan event. If you have been doing all of the events up until this moment, you probably don't need to do the whole thing, but just half of it. But in total, there is a lot of points into this one, like a ton of points are involved into this. 160 points on the left, 160 on the right, and 80 in the middle, so a grand total of 400 points, guys. So nobody can skip this thing entirely. If you want to get the 5-star Pelops soul, so you're gonna have to at least spend 24,000 points here, which is the equivalent of about 5 shards, or you could just do a lot of champion training and do it for free, basically, which is probably gonna be the right path for most. But if you do want to get all of the points, you're gonna have to grab the left side, you're gonna have to grab the right side, and also the middle side here with the free key you have to get all of the points, and that is gonna be a cold 400 points straight out the oven, which is definitely a pretty good path to be taking. But if you want more than that, like if you want Edward plus the points, well, in this case you are gonna have to grab yourself a key from the bottom, and you're gonna have to obviously grab Edward himself, which is quite the pricey price himself. He is 60,000 points himself. He is a good champion, maybe not top tier champion, but a good champion nonetheless. So yeah, if you want to be grabbing all the points, it's gonna require you to go down all the way here, grab the champion, and also move further down for 1600 more points to grab this key here. And with that, you're gonna be able to go to the side here, grab these points, go to the side here, unlock, grab these points, and start this path right here, which is gonna be a grand total of 97,000 points, which is roughly 21.5 sacred shards for you. But again, with the champion training, it's not gonna be as unbearable, but here you're definitely gonna involve some sacred shards unless you're really stacked on food. Moving down to another option here, if you just want Edwards, that's gonna be about 17 sacreds, and all you gotta do is just drop a fat long turd over here, and that's gonna get you Edwards for a grand total of 77,000 points or 17 sacred shards. Not the worst for a guaranteed legendary champion, which is gonna be limited. You're no longer gonna be able to get this guy after April, April. So now is the first and last chance to get this guy basically guaranteed, and you're gonna be opening a bunch of sacred shards in the meantime, which right now is not the most amazing time to be opening sacred shards. Like, we don't have any amazing events going on, aside from these progressives, by the way. So if you're missing this guy, if you miss this guy, well, I don't know why Ezio is in here. But honestly, none of these champions spark any joy for me. I'm not going to be picking any of these if I'm going to be summoning Sacreds. So not the most amazing thing in the world. Let's see what the Voids are looking like. Well, here, both this guy and this guy. I mean, let's face it, you got to get this guy. But if you already have him, you might want to get Pontiff as well if you want to get all the champions. But for the most part, Sacred Shards is going to be the way to go. Unless you're planning on spending money, in which case you could be buying yourself a ton of Voids. But again, there's no increased odds for anything, so would be kind of a waste. Moving further, we can see how much the soul is going to be costing you. If for some reason you already have yourself Edward, like you got lucky and opened him and all you want is his soul, well, it's going to be 67,000. It's basically the same path, but the soul is 10,000 points cheaper, and you gotta hug the right side basically. And yeah, it's a nice little cheap path, cheap-ish. 15 sacred shards still ain't too cheap for most, but with a bunch of champion trading, you could bring it down to 10 sacred shards or something along those lines. Definitely sounds a bit more bearable, but I don't know, like for some people maybe it's worth it. For me, I'm not sure I care about his soul too much. We'll see how much champion trading I do. I'll probably do another video about shard openings tomorrow. Don't want to cluster it in today's video because today's video I think is gonna be valuable enough as is, so tomorrow maybe we're gonna be blasting some sacreds. And now if you want Edward and his soul, this is gonna start becoming a lot more pricey. You are gonna have to take that fat third again, but here it's gonna become into a deuce. That's the proper term, right? I don't know. But basically you gotta spend 77 and also drop down here, grab 16,000 more points like this so you can unlock this here, and that is gonna allow you to buy the 50,000 points Edward's soul himself, and that is a grand total of 149,000 points, and also otherwise known as 33 freaking sacred shards. And the last really expensive path people might care about would be if you want to get all the points and Edward and his soul, which is a lot, but some people might be in a position to be wanting that, and that is gonna be a cold hard 41 sacred flippin' shards, guys, or 186,000 points. Technically speaking, we could also break down a few other paths and whatnot, but I think I covered the gist of it for the most part. We could also talk about the avatar if anybody cares about it, but honestly, I guess if you're a huge Assassin's Creed Edward fan, maybe you're gonna grab yourself one of these and grab the avatar himself, but anybody can add 10,000 plus 3,000, right? I should hope so. So yeah, guys, do let me know in the comment which path you're gonna be taking. I myself am gonna be getting all the points probably, or most of them at least, and Edward himself, because I don't want to miss out. I don't want to kick myself in the shin later on when Edward becomes somehow OP. Right now, he's not the most amazing champion, even though he is ignoring Stoneskin and such. If he's not ignoring Mercurial, it's not that hot now, is it? So do let me know in the comments which path are you gonna be taking, and be on the lookout for my Sacred Shard opening video. And if you want me to also open your Sacred Shards live on stream, well, maybe drop me a DM on Discord, and I will be happy to do so, make a bigger, better video out of it. Don't forget to join the tournament if you want to help Team 4 win this thing. We are definitely pretty stacked already. Here's my fresh new account we created for this thing. Only 3 months old, but I'm already slapping Chimera. Easy at least, but still clapped it nicely. Already clapping Brutal Clan Boss, so all around good stuff. This is the second guild, so there's plenty of room. We already created a second guild. First one is full. So join us on this endeavor, and it would be awesome if we actually win some cash and share it with the community. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Chris05, and I'll see you in my next video or stream.